effectively, I had made plans with Kayla to potentially vote Yap, or if I felt like the winds were blowing the other way, we could potentially try to vote for Andy. And I just took two animals, basically just thinking about like the animal challenge: lizard for Yap, and then bear for Andy. And just to see if I could like say, yeah, commit to this, because like I got the sense that I might be getting voted for, and maybe that was not totally wrong because Jabbar was apparently pushing for me. Everybody else just turned on Jabbar, so it was kind of a wash. It was very funny that because I don't think Andy was privy to that little like code word conversation. Then he just starts making a big thing about lizard brain, and it was repeated like ad nauseum almost by people in that tribal, which made it quite hilarious. I found because I just like stuck it in as a way to say to the person I'm working with, vote this way.
I didn't tell anyone I had to steal a vote. I did not tell anyone. I was going to keep that a secret until like later in the game. But then I just thought like on paper, like this does not look good. And I thought that the OG Oro tribe would be more unified. And if they were, then that like it'll be in their best interest to like force a tie. But they did not, and I guaranteed the fact that they didn't. I was surprised that my name came out twice. At this point, I don't care enough that it did. Like, I'm not gonna be like whoever voted for me. I'm still gonna work with them.
Welcome, Final 9. You should all be proud of making it this far. As a matter of fact, we're proud of you too. So proud that we're about to do something we've never done before. That's right, you're being treated to a DCP first. As always, individual immunity is up for grabs. However, there has been a bank error in your favor. All 9 of you will inherit a safety deposit box and all its contents. This challenge is called Financial Wisdom.
Here's how it works. There will be 8 rounds of word scrambles. In each round, players will race to unscramble the word and message Alex with your answer. Players will only be allowed to use writing utensil and paper. The last player to unscramble the word each round will be eliminated. That eliminated player will then select a safety deposit box to open and receive the item inside.
But don't get too attached to your item. Any player eliminated after you has the option to open a new safe or take an item already opened by a previously eliminated player.
After the final round, the runner-up will make their decision, followed by the challenge winner. Let's do this.
Survivors ready. With your first word, go.
Alrighty, word scramble, trying to use their brain. Final 9, we're pretty deep into this game. So let's see if all cylinders are still firing.
We have 5 correct submissions so far. Okay, Sam, you have been eliminated. The word was spending.
So please pick a number, or you can claim the immunity necklace.
I will go with number 4.
Okay, you have won the idol nullifier. This will render one idol useless if you play it on the right person.
For round 2, first 7 to get it right will move on. And that will start now.
Y'all just making words up, man.
3 people have moved on so far.
Okay, don't rub it in.
Simona, you're wrong. A little point of note, this is a season about a bank.
Any other hints?
Starts with the letter A. Okay, Simona, you have been eliminated. The word was accounting.
Yeah, see, I don't do money stuff. I do
Well-
the spending, but I don't do the accounting.
I
Well,
really
we
can't
are
believe me
mixed.
asking for a hint worked.
Simona, would you like Sam's idol nullifier? Would you like the immunity necklace or a different box?
I'm gonna take box 8.
Congratulations, you have an extra vote.
What?
Okay, round 3. 6 people move on. Everybody ready? Because the word is coming now. Okay. Andy. One sec, I have to actually go through everyone because y'all spammed. The word was paying. Shocker. I know. Okay, so Vogl, you're moving on. Evan, you're moving on. Kayla's moving on. Karli's moving on. Kyle's moving on. Andy's moving on. So yeah, you were the last one to submit.
Alrighty, so Yap, you have your choice of anything that's revealed, immunity, or a new box.
I'll take Sam's idol nullifier.
Okay, Sam, come back on camera because Yap just took your idol nullifier. What would you like now?
I will go with number 7.
You've uncovered our reward. So you get a 50% off discount at Todd's Pop Shop. He lovingly sponsored this challenge. So you will receive 50% off a custom pop figure of your choice. It can be a Survivor player, family member, or maybe even you in the Moneta Bank colors. Who knows?
So next round, 5 people move on. Everybody ready? Your word is coming now. And Karli's the last one to submit. Karli's been eliminated.
Alrighty, Karli, let's get that board up. And you have your choice. Do you want to steal something? Do you want the immunity necklace? Or do you want an unopened box?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna steal the idol nullifier.
All right. So, Yap, come back on camera. Your idol nullifier has been stolen from you. What would you like?
Let me take number 1.
You've received 2 coins. Your bank account grows by 2 coins.
Yay!
Oh, and because I didn't say it, the word was lending. 4 people will move on next. And your word is coming now. Okay, Kyle, you have been eliminated. The word was depositing.
Okay, Kyle, are you stealing something? You taking immunity? Oh, uncovering a new box? What's up?
People seem to think idle nullifier is good, so I'm going to steal it again.
All right, Karli, come back on screen. You lost the idle nullifier. What are you going for now?
Yeah, let's do number 2.
Number 2 is the well. Oh no, you are trapped in the well this scramble round. You can't leave. If you need to talk to someone, let's hope they come see you.
I didn't know we could get bad things. I would have
my.
Okay, never mind. Guess what? Now you know.
Yep, only 3 people move on here. And your word is coming in 3, 2, 1. And Andy, you have been eliminated. The word was saving.
Okay, so Andy, you've got your choice here between a lot of things. You can be trapped in the well. You can get an extra vote, get that immunity necklace. Where are you going?
Well, I didn't get a vote, so I'm going to take that extra vote.
All right, so Simona, let's see your lovely face again, and you can choose something else.
And I can't steal.
Right.
Fun. Okay. Yeah. No more bad things, please. I'll take 5.
I'm sorry, you received no vote, so you will not have a vote at this upcoming tribal council.
I said no bad things.
Yeah, no vote.
Ah.
We have 3 people left. So 2 people move on. Your word is coming in 3, 2, 1. And Kayla, you have been eliminated. The word was withdrawing.
Y'all are insane. That's crazy.
Okay, Kayla, what are you going for here?
Number 3.
You've received half an idol.
Oh, how interesting.
So, seems like that idol is missing something. We'll find out later.
So we have the last 2 people. Let's see who gets it first. Okay, y'all ready? In 3, 2, 1. Evan beat out Andy by a fraction of a second.
Yeah.
Investing.
Investing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Andy, your choice.
Evan, do you want immunity?
I mean, yeah, yeah, that'd be nice.
If that's what you're gonna take, I will take it. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, you got it last time. I can get it this time. And
That's fine. Fine with me.
if that's cool with you, I mean, I'm gonna take
your
it.
choice, dude. You won.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to snag the extra vote.
All right, Andy, you are left with box 6.
I'm gonna take box 6.
Thanks. And are we shocked? It is the other half of the idol. So you, Kayla and Andy, you must both agree on who to play it for. You can play it for either of you. You can play it on someone else, your choice, but you both have to agree.
So congratulations, Evan, for winning individual immunity. You are safe from tribal council. Guaranteed a spot in the final 8. For the rest of you, one of you will be the next member of our jury.
Anything you got here, aside from the 2 coins, is only valid this round and will expire once tribal council is over.
Oh my
This
God.
also means the vault.
Creating so much chaos.
The
Why?
vault is closed this round. You got your advantages
yes.
during this scramble round. Have fun, everyone.
This individual immunity win, I didn't think it was as needed as it is, just because of all of the uncertainty due to all of the advantages that are all expiring this round. I think that maybe it's time for Andy V / Vogl. Like, he is playing hard. He clearly was going for this, and like, I'm not trying to win all of the challenges, but I know that my one strength with challenges has to do with words and the word scrambling. That's legitimately it. I don't think I'm that great at anything else. So I was like, you know what, like, let's go for this. And then when I saw that he was like not giving up, I was like, okay, I have to actually like.
I feel okay about my placement in the game. You know, ultimately, I just lost my vote, right? So I don't really get a huge say this round, which I think in some ways can be an advantage for me because I don't have to focus on who the plan is. But of course I still want agency and to assert some amount of agency. And hopefully I can better connect myself to whatever the other side is, because as a person who doesn't have a vote, right, it's very easy to vote me out. So
I feel like my spot in the game right now is really, really good, but I also know that if my spot is really, really good at the final 9, that my spot is not really, really good. I think if they try to take someone out at any point, we're in the stage of the game where it makes sense to go for me. And I need to convince them that it's not the time. And I need to very carefully whittle down my own side. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now.
So if I had had a read on what they were doing, we could have made a huge play. I could have idled Jabbar. I would have been
I know.
nasty.
I learned right before. tribal. Like they called for tribal. I was like, I was like, how can I spell it in the air? Like I didn't know what to do.
You could have maybe like
Hey guys, sorry
Yelled
for
a
the
bit.
surprise last
yep.
tribal council.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard anyone talk about Jabbar.
It was a talk that we like just thought about like beforehand. Like as soon as we hit it, I did not bring his name up. I did
Okay.
not, and it was a plan that was decided when I think the four of us like from the OGs was in that, and it was a safe call just because Kyle, we knew that you went into the vault first, and that you had to grab the idol. And as soon like I went to the vault second, and I saw that was gone, and I like took steal a vote. I was gonna save it to be honest, but then like on paper, I thought I know like schematically, like it does not like on paper, it does not look good. The fact that like the OG aristocrats are
Argento.
gonna have just been like not saying anyone else other than just like us OG people. And I had to like seal the deal, and I didn't want to steal it from you, Kyle, because I wanted you to just play it on yourself. And
Yeah.
like that's just my reasoning. I
I was
wasn't
just
gonna
like-
play.
That's
Yeah.
reasonable.
Yeah.
It's a tough round because now like our original tribe is like completely outnumbered. And so in like, are we just getting wiped out now? Is that the game?
I don't want that to happen. I
Yeah.
like there is like someone who like is strong, smart on our like OG tribe.
Which is
That
who?
being Vogl.
Yeah.
That's what Evan mentioned to me as well. So would we be able to go for him this round?
I want to it like throwing that out there like as a possibility, but like I don't know, like I'm sticking my neck out, right? For someone that I'm like I'm shooting the first shot.
Mhm.
And I'm saying that because for you two, like I want to extend that out there, and I don't want to make it seem like it's hopeless for you guys.
Yeah, well, obviously I am willing to accept that deal
Yeah.
as long as it saves me, like
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is
I
just now
think
we're fighting from the bottom, and that's what we have to do every round. And that's
I
just
think
unfortunate.
it makes for like a pretty good opportunity to like maybe put a shakeup right in the game doing it now, especially like are you taking in immunity this time, I'll take it the next time. It's just like, oh boy, like you're just gonna keep winning.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't know what the challenges are, but
I'll be straight up too. I haven't talked to anyone from my OG place yet, my OG tribe, so I have no idea what they're planning.
Mhm.
But as I can say, like if like that's how I'm feeling, like if it gets out there that I'm throwing out his name, then
I
fuck.
won't say like I will throw his name out like on my own accord. Like I won't say that it came from you, but like if that's the way you're gonna vote, like that would be
Right.
cool, and I'm down for that.
I'm
Like
gonna
yeah,
jump. I'm down on this. I'm just gonna jump to well and check in on Karli.
for
Mhm.
sure. I lay the groundwork, put in the seed to Kyle and Kayla, like, hey, I'm willing to vote out Vogl, but if you guys vote that way, I'll vote that way too. And I think that's might be the right call. Maybe it's too early, I don't know, but we gotta shake things up. That's the move I want to make.
Everyone's coming to the well. Where's Karli?
There she is.
Hey, Karli.
Yay, people came to see me.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Leave me
take this
alone.
time real quick to like I'll come back and I'll talk to you, Karli, but I have
Go
to use
for it.
news.
Yes, you do what you need to do. Hey guys,
Hey. So, yeah,
crazy.
crazy vote. Sam, did you end up getting looped in? I feel like things happened like last minute. Did you find out?
I heard from Evan at the very last minute about Jabbar. I was in a room with Kayla, and Evan popped in. So
Wait. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was, I feel like proud of our team. We stuck to what we said. I feel
Mhm.
like we should figure that out quick again and just stick to it,
I can't imagine Kyle has an idol.
He has an idol nullifier, but
Right,
like,
but he already played his idol, so unless they played
Right.
the idol on him,
yeah, and the
With-
vault's closed,
Sure.
right? So, Kyle?
yeah.
yeah. Talk to
Yeah,
him about it, see what he thinks when he comes back, and then like, because we can make it really simple, and hopefully it will be really simple, but
Mhm.
it's final 9.
Yeah,
Do
I mean,
they-
that sounds good to me.
Well, I guess-
Do we need a floater name?
I think we got to have him thinking it's one of the two, and that he's got to try to convince them to not play the idol. Maybe.
Yeah, because I feel like it would make sense to try to get rid of half the idol.
Well, it doesn't matter because it's all gone unless they agreed this round.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
forgot. So they have to
But-
use it this
But
time.
if they think that we're voting out the other one in the pair, it's like if Andy thinks it's Kayla and Kayla thinks it's Andy, that's probably good. Andy might be able to hear me right now. I don't even know. Andy, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Would they try, but like, wouldn't it make sense for, like, if they wanted to do something, for them to play it on Kyle?
Yeah, but I also think this is a good round for goodwill, and we don't have to like let the shenanigans of this game mechanic mess with it.
Well, and honestly, like, let's be real, a group of 6 is not moving forward much further,
That's-
right? Like, that's a big group.
Yeah.
And so, I'm kind of like being cognizant of where we are at in the game.
That's a good point. We're probably having the same conversation about us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the 4 of us could work together.
I would have, yeah.
Yeah.
And with your extra vote, you guarantee that we've got 5.
That's true. Simona's got no vote. There's only 9 votes still.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the
That's
still vote's
true. Yeah, I
gone.
forgot she can't vote. So,
Doesn't-
I mean,
We put-
I like this group. I think people wouldn't expect it. So that's also kind of nice. But at the end of the day, like, how's everyone feeling? Where do you think we should play it, I guess? Like, is Kyle too obvious?
He's obvious, but he doesn't have protection.
Unless, well, no, right, because Andy has the other
I
half
mean,
of the
you would
idol.
have-
Andy, what are you thinking about your half of the idol?
Yeah.
I am thinking of earning a little bit of gratitude from Kayla and letting her play it for herself.
Mm.
Do you think Kayla would play it for Kyle though?
Don't know.
The busy well. Hey, Karli.
Perfect world. The votes go on Kayla. We use the immunity idol. She's safe and Kyle goes home.
Yeah, but how are you feeling about everything?
I mean, not great. I think like it seems like we're just gonna be wiped out. I am a number and I'm like open to really anything at this point. Like if you need a number, like I can be a number for you. That's my pitch here. I don't want it to be
Yeah.
me.
I mean, I will say like that's not my intention. Like that's boring as fuck, and I don't think like that's how at least I want to play. I don't have a vote here, so there isn't really a ton that I can do. If I were to vote, it wouldn't be for you. Like honestly, not even top like 3 or 4 people that I would vote for, frankly, like at all. So yeah, I don't really know how things are going to shake out. Like what I've kind of been saying to a lot of people, which is honestly the truth, is like I don't know where I stand with a lot of people who have been on my original tribe, just because we haven't really had the chance to have one-on-one conversation. So it's like, of course I want to trust them. We pretty evidently all voted together right at the last tribal, but it's like at the same time, it's like someone's gonna flip. You know what I mean? And who's it gonna be, right? So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my mindset. I'm definitely not down for the vibe of picking y'all off, especially because like I don't know my position, and especially because I don't have a vote here. Like
Yeah.
the last tribal, like I was kind of just like approached. It was like, by the way, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Like,
also
wasn't really
was
in the-
just being told like this is what's happening. And I'm
I
fine
I
with that.
wasn't yeah, I just like I wasn't in the decision making room. I wasn't part of the decision at all. I kind of was just like told, right? So these are things that I'm like,
I can tell you where the decision was made because I was there when it was made.
never opposed to information.
Yeah, it was our friend Vogl. There were like some people from our original tribe, and he said, "We're like we have to go after the other side. Let's go after Kyle." And then people were like, "But should we?" And then it was like, "Well, who else is there?" And then someone was popping in, and then I think Vogl was like, "We're gonna push that we're going after Kyle, but we're actually going after Jabbar." And then he's like, "All right, and we're not changing it. Bye." And then everyone left.
I don't know. I truly am as lost as can be. I feel like last round I had no idea what was happening. Like I kind of trusted Kyle's read on things, and like I should have just voted Jabbar. It wouldn't have ruined my relationship with Kyle, but that's what I was like really worried about. But if he's being like targeted so hard, then it might be best to just like latch on to the other alliance that I'm trying to stick with and kind of just like cut him off. I don't know fucking what to do. I'm lost.
Kind of a cool play, if you will, would be like, tell Kyle to play his nullifier on whoever, Andy, you want to play the idol on. Like, you just know none of it will work, right? But if you convince Kyle to play it on someone, you say, look, I know where it's going. You just have to convince Kayla to vote for the same person.
Yeah, I think it's easy enough for us to tell him that we're voting Kayla, have him nullify the idol. We don't vote Kayla, so she's not mad at us.
Right.
I'm like,
I guess my pitch is it gives you a, I don't know,
safe
like,
space.
well, and if everything has to be used this round, it's kind of a way to not make it useless. Like you have actually a bit of say because you're just kind of like, yep, I made all that happen. But
I'm willing to use it in interesting ways.
yeah,
But I need to go talk to Kayla.
Yeah, let's scramble
I
out.
think that makes sense.
I mean,
all right.
you're stuck, but let's make sure that we know what they're talking about too.
Yep, I'll be back to talk to at least Karli if she's the only one here.
We'll be around.
I'll be here.
I'm feeling good. I feel like there is this round is gonna maybe decide the turning point as to whether or not the 6 of us stay strong, or is it open season? So I'm feeling okay, but I still don't feel like I've gotten a lot of traction with a lot of people. I'm still trying to figure out how do I insert myself into some of these conversations.
Hello, idol friend.
Hi. I was gonna say, hoped you realized I was waiting here for you.
Yes,
We
I
gotta
did.
talk. What are your thoughts?
So this is what I'm hearing. I don't know what to trust. I think some people are going to be voting for Vogl this round. And I think we could use our idol to ensure that he is the one that goes. I think one of us three, not Sam, but one of us three is going to get Vogel's vote. I heard that in the last round, he was the one targeting.
Yeah, I got pulled, and then like everyone else is just chilling in the other room right now, and well, it looked like. Do you have a plan?
I'm gonna write Vogl because that is what Evan and Yap said that they were okay to do, and
Okay.
Simona as well.
I'm down on Vogl for sure.
Sam, what are you thinking? Because
I'm down. He got really close to winning a second time, and it's coming on strong. I feel like the more we go on, the stronger he's coming on. So he could be an issue down the road. So
Yap mentioned something interesting to me, and I didn't get to like dig into it more, but he was talking about in the last round, the 4 of us, that's what he said, the 4 of us decided. And I don't know who that 4 is. I don't know if Sam, you're considered that 4.
No.
But I'm a little bit suspicious that it might be those Wellers right now, who is Evan and Yap, who are very vocal about working together, and Karli and Simona.
I mean, I didn't know about the Jabbar vote until like I was in the room with you, Kayla, and Evan popped in very last minute. I was not looped into the very last second, so I am not a part of that 4.
And apparently Vogl was the one who drove that. The Evan said he was in the room when it happened, and Vogl was like, we're going to try to make them think it's Kyle, but really we're going to vote Jabbar. So I think he's going to target Kyle, me, or Andy right now.
Yeah. So like, do you have any plans for that half? What do you do with your half idol? Do you have any thoughts on that? You don't need to share them necessarily.
I was just trying to talk to Andy, like, who do we need to put it on? I think whoever Vogl is trying to vote for. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel
Who
like
has
first
extra vote.
I think it's Vogl.
I think that I've got something really good brewing with Yap and Karli. I think if that's my final 3, that's going to be a tough final 3 to win, but I think it's going to be one where I can be really proud and stand on my game. So those are the 3 people that I want to protect. Outside of that, I really don't care. But I would love for whoever goes home to leave me in a position where I have game to play.
Okay.
Maybe they're doing 2 confessionals at a time.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so I heard that people are wanting to go after Vogl.
Interesting.
Yep, that came from Kayla.
Okay.
And And I mean, it was really scary that he almost won again if he's like trying to make a move against one of us. I don't want him to
I
take
had that thought during the challenge that he seems to have like good challenge skills.
Yeah.
And I said this to Simona earlier. That's probably going to be my only challenge win. I only can do word scramble, like word stuff. I can't. The other stuff, I literally am like hopeless.
Do you think it's too early, or do you think we should just go for the kill?
I
If
don't think
we
it's
do
too
it,
early.
the four of us have to stick together the rest of
Yeah.
it.
I know. I
Yes.
almost worry. Like I almost think one more vote, but then there's a chance that he wins.
Wins
I
out.
Worry.
He might try to. He's gonna try to mix it up if we don't do it this time, though.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
feel like he will. He'll
I mean,
back
guys,
us
I
one
don't,
of us.
guys, I don't have a vote, right?
Yeah.
So just remember that this round.
But
I
if they're
cannot
voting
remember.
vocal,
And he has two, but if we have these three and the three of them also do it,
I don't know if we have Kyle or not, but I know we could get Kayla and Andy
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're looking for anything.
Well,
And I mean,
and Sam.
And
you don't
Sam.
think Sam
oh my
would do
God,
that
and
well?
Sam. Yeah, of course.
guys, don't forget
how
I'm
do we
like,
feel? Should we do it?
Yeah.
I think we kind of have to.
yeah, I like
we
it.
still have the majority.
And we tell him that it is who?
Andy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell
And
him
that we're pushing Kyle in case he has something else. I don't know.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The plan is Andy. We tell him Andy, the plan is Vogl. And if he
Mhm.
asks if we push someone else, it's Kyle. But I don't know if we'll get that far. I've been
Go for
stuck
it.
in the well. I've been hearing line after line of what's going to happen. And I think what's about to happen is I think we're going to blindside Vogl. So we've all seen him as a game player from the beginning. And we've all sort of recognized that a group of 6 moving forward is not very strategic or viable. So basically we want to get him before he gets us. But yeah, I think right now, if they're sticking with it, I have sort of a foursome going with Simona. Gosh, my brain is so mixed up right now. Evan, Yap, and myself. And I'm feeling pretty good. I hope that's not misplaced.
Okay.
I feel like first level, it's on me. Oh, you know what? They're gonna do a split vote right now. Is what they'll try if they're smart. They'll go like
But who
me
does
and
he
you or
have?
something. I don't know.
Because it seems like I haven't talked to Karli yet, but it seemed like Evan, Yap, Simona, every one of them are willing to vote Vogl. I don't.
That's kind of the room that I just came from.
What's going on in the well?
Some discussion. I don't know who's at the well.
The room you were just in.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I was saying.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to them because I haven't spoken to Karli at
Okay,
all.
cool.
But that's where I'm leaning tonight. And I'd be curious to know where Vogl is planning to put his vote, or
Yeah,
what
I'm
his
not sure.
target
I
is.
was late on that conversation, so I didn't get that part.
So yeah, what was happening in the other room?
They were just like desperate. They did not give me anything. They were just like, we want to like. They asked me if it's gonna stay in like tribal lines.
I don't think it needs to, but I think that it needs to stay off the 3 of us.
Yes.
And
They
so,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's naive, to think that we can take 6 really too
so,
much
so
further.
here's the question. Right now, we have 4 votes in here.
That's
Oh
Unless
yeah.
5 of them vote together, we can control this. Do we make a move?
I mean, I think if we have to be sneaky about it because we don't want to divide lines too soon. Like we do still have power in numbers. I think showing some like trust a little bit longer might be helpful.
Yeah.
I
I just don't want to get got.
know, me
Mhm.
neither.
I got 2 votes last round. I don't know where they came from.
Kyle 3. So I think it was Kyle and Kayla.
Hey, bless them. So they're definitely a duo then.
Yeah. Which
Do you,
is I'm just like I'm nervous with all 3 of them.
mhm.
I got Sam.
Or do you think they're gonna vote together and like?
They might. And I think they could do something. They could try something crazy. So do we have a bottom? Do we have collateral damage that can I just don't want it to be us.
Right, I know. I mean, I hate to say it's Sam, but like that's the person I feel the least close to so far.
Mhm.
Yeah. He seems great, but he's got options.
He's
Yes.
great.
That's options that we
He's
don't
the
know.
most worrisome in the sense that like they might pitch to him,
Mhm.
the first conversation I started having, they were asking me to convince you to play it on yourself, that you were the target, and then convince Kyle to use his idol nullifier on you. And I'm just like, why would I purposefully ruin our idol?
Yeah. Who was saying that? Who's in here, Sam? Who said that?
I want to say that was Karli was trying to come up with a fun twist on how to use it. And then I want to say Vogl was the one that had the idea of convincing Kyle to basically tell Kyle who's playing it.
Karli and Vogl seem to be like a pretty solid pair. I'm hearing Vogel's name the most. And I just got out of confessional, so I don't know what's happened in the few minutes I was in confessional.
I've been hearing that Vogel's going to throw my name down, a vote for me twice.
Okay.
Because like, especially knowing that there's time limited things that can be utilized makes it a little bit odd.
Right.
I
think the one thing that you have going for you, Kyle, and your advantage is sweet, is that like you know for a fact that we can put votes on one person and you can make sure that those votes count. So I'm inclined to say I want to play ball with you. I'm really happy that you're still here. And I want to like try to figure out a way that we can like work this.
So in your opinion, like what would be the main thing that would stop your advancement in the game? What do you feel is the thing that would stop your way to progress? Like whose presence? Yeah, like whose presence would make it harder for you to win?
I think that me getting voted out is the one thing that would stop my progress in the game. I'm down to play. I think that you have presented yourself as a very big player in this game, and I think a lot of people are scared of you. And I think that that's actually like a benefit to your game. I think that I want people who are in the same kind of level of nervous as me, so that we're constantly shaking things up. I think Simona, you don't have a vote right now. I think you're in the same kind of boat where it's like we are threats. Our names are in people's mouths. Like,
yeah, like I feel like getting like having things happen is fun. That's kind of the mindset I went into the game with. I wasn't really looking to have the thing just pass me by. So if it blows up in my face, so be it. I'm happy, I'm happy that I've experienced it this far. Like it's honestly been so beyond my expectations. But what would that look like? What would making a play look like to you?
I don't know. I think some of the talk that I'm starting to hear is like this 6-3 split is not real.
Well, I would almost hope that it's not, but just because like I don't know, we didn't struggle on the beach together. Like it's that blows up so fast.
No trauma bonding here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I don't know, that stuff is kind of funny.
If you had your pick of the litter, where do we go?
I mean, I don't know, like I guess because I'll be straightforward. I mean, it's probably pretty obvious from the votes that were red. I had voted Yap on the previous round, kind of almost out of like circumstance.
I was in the room when you said it, so I knew you were voting that way.
Right. Yeah. And I was like pretty upfront with that. I'm like, I don't know, like it kind of there was limited options in terms of people who like weren't already safe. I had like some connection to. It was just like for that round, it was just like it was I think reasonable.
Survive, and now I think it's play.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know.
So we could do that.
Where are you at with Sam? I think that's the interesting one. He's like the common denominator right now.
Oh, I feel like I don't get anything from him, but like he's a like super nice fellow, but it's like I feel like his game is definitely to go under the radar right now, which isn't a bad strategy.
Does it serve your game?
If I'm sitting beside him in the finals, sure, but I don't think in general.
I think I wonder if I get there with him.
Like so you think it would be difficult to win?
I not even to win. I don't think I said at the end.
Oh,
because I think he's connected.
Okay, so you think he's somebody that you would want to?
I'd play ball with that idea.
Burn on Sam, eh? Interesting. Yeah, it's compelling, right? Because it's like sometimes that person who is under the radar gets to be, connected all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to defer to what you want to do with this item.
Well, if the votes
I don't want to go home.
If the votes are going to you, we're playing it on you. Like that's clear as day to me. Like, and that's why I keep saying every time I'm leaving room, I'm saying I need to know where Vogel's votes are going, because everyone's like, what do you plan to do with it? What do you plan to do with the idol? Well, if I'm voting Vogl, which I'm telling everybody, like I'm in agreement with voting out Vogl, I need to know where his vote's going.
And
So-
I've been telling everybody that to earn goodwill with you, that I was just gonna let you play it.
Yeah.
But
I
if
need to
if you're down for playing it for me, I'm down.
I've been like talking about you in my confessional every time as like I love you, and like we had 1 second
my gosh,
together.
Yes.
And I was like, that 1 second of that game where we were the last two in the room, and I was like, wait, I'm not letting you go. Like, it's not fair. Like,
Hey,
I felt it.
hey,
sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't get to like be like 100% on it, but I'm locked in. I'm locked in with like what we're about to do.
Yeah.
yeah, I think we have to.
I think so.
I think it's the time to make a move too, and like he would do it against us next round if we didn't.
I
do
feel it. I feel that so bad.
Absolutely.
I trust you too.
Also, this will
Yeah,
lock.
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, and I think
Really
Kayla is
high.
on board.
Are you
Yeah.
on board for Vogl?
Yes. Do we know where he's putting his vote? Like who his
Andy.
He has 2 votes, and we're pushing Andy with him.
Okay.
And
Great.
what's happening with that idol? Because I told them that I heard Andy was giving you the half, and that you'll probably play it on yourself. So
That's
like,
what we
don't
told
vote.
him.
I said don't vote Kayla.
Okay.
So it's like, and if you're worried about Andy getting too many votes, like feel free to give it to him, and he can play it for himself. Like I don't know. But it sounds like everyone's gonna go vote.
Okay.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
How are you
I'm down
feeling?
for whatever saves me. I don't feel great. I feel like, you know, the last round, like with Jabbar going, I understand the move totally. And protecting like the Argento numbers like makes sense, obviously, but it's not comforting to be like the tribe that's getting decimated over here.
Mhm.
I know.
Yeah, and we're not lying to you about this. Like this is exactly what's. Oh, I guess she got pulled for confession. I thought she wasn't allowed to leave the well.
I was gonna say, I do think your name is being floated.
I think so too,
Okay.
and I'm aware of this.
Okay.
What's up, Sam?
Hello.
Simona, do you know who from? Just so I can like even think about it.
No, it's just mess. Like
Yeah, it's a lot of
everyone's
mess. Hey,
saying
Kayla.
everything. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kyle's giving me nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
We kept him.
I'm hearing, I don't actually know if I should say this or if this is like necessary, but I'm hearing that my name is out and that Vogl, you are trying to drive that.
No.
Okay.
The one thing that we heard initially, and I'll tell you, Andy told us he was giving you the idol.
Yeah. And then I'm being told that I need to play the idol on myself. And then I'm being told that there is a plan for the nullifier to be then played to nullify on me.
I did hear that plan, but that was not my plan.
Okay.
I don't hear.
Well, I don't know whose plan that was, but it's what the information is coming to me is
Yeah.
like,
Well, I will tell you straight up, Kayla, that I have no desire to go after you right now. Number one, because I don't think it would work because I think you're playing the idol. And also, I think that at this point we need shields in the game. It is still too early. I think that.
am I a shield?
I think so. I think you and I both
Oh.
really good at challenges.
Hello.
Yeah.
I've never been a shield before. This is so great.
Right? Isn't it amazing? Me too. I'm usually shit at like games and stuff like challenges. So like I am not.
Well, can I be a shield because I just want a challenge?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
for sure.
But
This is the Shield Alliance. The Shield
Yeah.
Sam, you're in
Okay.
it too. I don't know if you can hear us, but you're in the shield.
It's the
Sam
only.
is here.
I don't think I'll be winning another challenge, but
So who's not a shield though? Because like that's really where it's got to go.
So where are you feeling like you're putting your vote this round?
Like I wanted to form something with Kyle. That's kind of why I didn't want to vote him last time. But I just tried to, and he gave me nothing.
Hi guys.
And
he just told me 4 names came up.
Ah, I heard my name.
there are really 4 people in the game.
I know. I'm like,
So-
there's only after all these advantages, only 4 people are going to be able to receive a vote anyway. Like,
That's true.
I mean, that math doesn't check out, but like, you know what I mean? There's so many. It's ridiculous.
Well, like I'll just be honest, Vogl, like I don't want to vote Kyle. Like I'm not thrilled about taking out another one and then it be me and Andy, the only of our original tribe left.
And will you vote Sam?
Yo, if I hear your name, you know I'm immediately finding you. I'm looking in like all the rooms.
Yeah. Hey, Karli.
Okay, I'm back.
The one thing I am scared about is that they may play the idol on Vogl and then they get the power position. Like if I was in their position, I would take that idol, play it on Vogl, and just explain to him afterwards, like what happened.
Mhm. But if they do that, we still have the numbers.
We do. And we
Yeah.
have to band together like 100%. Like if that happens, we need to stick together or
I just don't even think they'll do that because it would not give
yeah.
them the numbers, right? Like that would be, I don't know if it's in their benefit where right now we're just admittedly willing to blindside one of our own. Like I think
Yeah.
it would be kind of silly to not take us up on that, but maybe I'm getting prideful. Like maybe they are trying to double cross us, triple
If
cross
they
us.
do, then that sucks, but I am 100% with what we're doing this round.
Welcome to our final 9. And our first member of the jury, Jabbar, is also present. So let's get to it. We had a challenge this round where everyone got prizes. Good and bad. So I want to start with Karli. How was the well?
The well was great. The well was there the whole time, as was I. Was actually it turned out to be not a bad thing. I was never left alone. Thank you guys for being so nice and social and coming to see me at the well. Yeah, so I mean obviously I would have loved to win some sort of prize or coins or whatever, but I did not lose my vote and I think that would have been worse. I'm sorry, Simona.
So yeah, Simona, you don't have a vote. So what did you do this round to try to, still keep your agenda going? So everyone's got one, but without a vote, how do you do it?
Yeah, I mean, I just tried to be part of the conversations and kind of talk to people and kind of try and solidify my relationships a little bit more than, I've been able to, right? Like, I think a lot of the people from, I don't even know what our tribe name was, the silver one.
Argento.
Argento, thank you. We didn't have a lot of time to, really have those more solidifying one-on-one conversations, those scramble moments, right? And so in some ways, right, not having a vote was okay, this sucks, I don't have power, I could be an easy target, this, that, and the other, but I can kind of just focus on solidifying my relationships and communicating to people what I see as a path forward, hoping that I will be able to vote because I will be here at the next tribal. So yeah, I guess my focus kind of shifted, right? It wasn't, this is who I want to vote, let me help you with this vote, but it was, this is what I'd like to do moving forward, and I would love to do that with you,
So Kayla and Vogl, obviously last round you were both immune. Now this round being vulnerable while still having semi-impressive showings in another immunity challenge. Do you think that puts some type of target on your back?
Vogl called me a shield, which honestly, an honor. Very, very fun to be considered a shield. Yeah, obviously I didn't even think about the fact that him and I were both at the end of that again. And yeah, I definitely think it puts a target on us, for sure.
Yeah, I would concur. And I said what I said here, and I think I meant it. That it's one thing to do well in a challenge, and it's a totally other thing to do well at the game. Which, I mean, doing well at a challenge gives you a little bit longer to play, but it doesn't necessarily put you in a good spot. So I think that people who are willing to play and people who are willing to play all facets of the game are the people that I want to move forward with.
So besides all of that, I also want to congratulate our immunity winner, Evan. Very impressive showing. How does it feel to know that you can't be a vote this round?
To be honest, once I heard that all these advantages are expiring and have to be played at this tribal, it feels amazing. And it came in at the perfect time too. And that is the one thing that I do feel somewhat confident about is that type of challenge. And I don't know how many more of those we'll see. So I just think, I don't know, it feels great. And yeah.
Well, with the last round, we did see some other people get votes in Yap and with Kyle. So I'll let both of you answer this same question. Yap, I'll start with you. What did you do this round to sort of reassess and figure out, well, why did I get these votes and what can I do to ensure my name isn't on parchment tonight?
I think the fact that I got votes last round just means that I'm just not doing enough. I think to make sure that I'm good with people, or that people just don't want, if those 2 votes somehow got me out of the game last round, then those people voted for me, thought that they could proceed forward better in this game without me. So I just feel like it just means I could be doing more, or that people just don't like me. It's just one or the other. I'm not in their heads, but I think that what I did, I think this round is that I'm honest as I could be. I want to play how I want to play, and if people take value in what I say, then great. If they heard what I said and still thought that they want to go a different direction, that's how life is. That's how the game is.
And Kyle, same to you.
I guess I somewhat expected to receive a vote. Although I also don't think it was too big a secret that I went into the vault early on that round. And I think people have become pretty adept at keeping track of stuff there. I just purchased an island and used it on me. So I didn't think too much about how that round played out as far as how it affected me. This round promises to be much more interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And with a round where you have a lot of prizes, and for some of you, prizes that need to be used or lost tonight. Andy, how's that go into the type of decision making that you need to do, the communication that needs to happen in order to get your vote across?
Oh yeah, I mean, Kayla and I have to agree on where to play the idol that we have to play this round. And so, we were having trouble connecting for one reason or another. It's we did eventually get to talk and came to a consensus. But, we also know there's an idol nullifier out there. Kyle's got an idol nullifier. And, so the big thing is, well, what if, something weird happens? We're all starting to make alliances throughout the whole thing. So we don't know what's happening. But the bottom line is I had conversations with specific people, and I'm going to do what I can to stick to those conversations.
So you brought up a word that a lot of people don't bring up in here, and that is alliances. I think it's the first time I've heard it in this season of Moneta Bank. And so, Sam, how real do you think any of these newer potential alliances are? And are you in them? Are you part of these chatters? And if not, how real can they be?
Yeah, I think it's so hard to tell because based on whatever configurations in a room at the right moments, I feel like so much of it is contextual, but sometimes you're halfway through a conversation and you get pulled to a confessional, and by the time you get back, things have changed. So I think it's definitely hard to nail down the term alliance when things are moving so quickly in this game.
So, with that, is there anything else anyone wants to bring up before we go to the vote?
Did anyone ever watch the Mighty Ducks?
Like the hockey
Yeah.
movie?
Wait a minute. Enlighten us.
Do you remember anything from it? What's the
No.
most famous scene?
V formation?
Whoa! All right, with that, we
Well,
are
with-
going to vote.
To a
unless
vote.
Someone has a response.
Oh my god.
Oh, I just got it.
Vogl, do you have any rebuttal?
I don't even know what this is, and I don't really care. I think that I've been very forthright, and I will tell my people that I'm here to make a move, but I also am going to tell my people that if I said I need you, and you need me. And that's all I got.
Mighty Ducks. I don't suspect that there's anything really out there. I'm gonna put it on Vogl as well. So if anything gets played on him, I'll nullify idols for Vogl.
I love the messiness of Kyle. I think it's so great. I mean, I think we're on a sinking ship, so we might as well go all the way. Obviously, I'm voting Vogl. I'm hoping I'm on the right side of the vote this time. That would be super awesome and really cool. And that you go.
I don't know. I'm terrified. Going Vogl.
All right, so first vote's got to go to Sam. Sam, I don't want to see you go. I kind of do. I want to see everybody go. They all got to lose. If I knew that I had 4 votes on you, you'd be getting my second. But I might be shooting myself in the foot by casting a second vote in another direction. If Kayla actually takes me out of this game, she's probably the one who stands to lose the most. So Kyle, I tried to work with you. I put the Jabbar plan in place so that you could stick around a little longer, and you gave me nothing. You don't want me here, and that's to your peril. I might be done, but if I have my way, you are first.
Alrighty. I'll go tally the votes.
I am so oblivious to whatever you did before, Kyle.
Did what?
Exactly.
If anybody has an advantage or hidden immunity idol they would like to play, now is the time to do so.
Taylor, are we doing it?
Yeah.
Yep, all right, so we've agreed that I will play it on myself.
Kayla's good with you?
Great.
All right. So any votes for Andy will not count. Alrighty. Once the votes are read, the decision is final, and the person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. I'll read the votes. Vogl.
At least you spelled it right.
Vogl. Kyle. Sam. It's 2 votes Vogl, 1 vote Kyle, 1 vote Sam. Andy Vogl.
I don't like that.
Vogl.
4 of you.
The second member of our jury, Andy Vogl. Andy, the tribe has spoken.
Some of you are going to be in for a lot of hurt at Final Tribal. A lot.
Well, it may have been a flying V for the Mighty Ducks, but we might have someone on the jury with a V for Vendetta.
Yes!
People who made the right decision. Sam. End of list. I think that I had some fun. I had a feeling that as soon as I was vulnerable, I was in trouble. What surprises me, and what I'm going to have to get answers on, is just how many people turned on me. Because I was loyal to my people. And I was a threat to my people. I will own that. I definitely think I was taken out as a threat. I was not blindsided. I will take that as well. I'll take that as a little piece of pride. I think that the game's gonna be a little bit less interesting now. Sorry about that, guys. But, and I'm not even gonna say no hard feelings. There are probably some hard feelings, and I'm gonna make them pay. Putting me on a jury, big mistake. They should have gotten me out of here before the merge. I am gonna make sure whoever is sitting at the end is gonna have to fight, drag each other through the mud, claw until they are bleeding from the eyes. And even then, it might not be enough to secure my vote. I don't feel like I've been had. I feel like I've been disposed. You have been voted out of this game, but your influence is not over. You must place a bet on one of the remaining castaways to make it to the final tribal council. They will receive a vote towards an advantage and you will bequeath them all of your coins. Place your bet now. John, that is not what I wanted to see. It was supposed to be something like this game ain't over for you nonsense. Come on. Okay. The person who I think is playing the game right now in a way that they are going to be sitting at the end, I normally would have said Simona, but I from jump I said it was Karli. I think Karli is in a very good social position. She's not too threatening. She's not too anything. But I don't know if I want to give her advantages in the game because I'm kind of pissed and I know that I got votes from her because everybody voted for me. And so I think I want to cause the most damage possible. And the way that I'm going to cause damage is with Kyle. So I'm going to give my coins and an advantage to Kyle, and we'll see what he does.